Have you ever stopped to ponder how much your possessions truly mean to you? In our society, we often find ourselves caught in a cycle of accumulation, piling up possessions that we may not even need. This is where minimalism steps in, questioning our attachment to material items and offering a refreshing perspective. It's a lifestyle that encourages us to strip away the excess and focus on what truly matters. What if we could break free from materialism through travel? Could you imagine a life where you're not defined by what you own, but by your experiences? I found myself asking these questions, and the answers led me to a life-altering journey. There I was, surrounded by things I thought defined me, but I felt suffocated. It was too much. So I decided to embrace a minimalist lifestyle. I'll admit at first it was a struggle. I was attached to my possessions. They were my safety net, my comfort zone. But as I started letting go of unnecessary items, I felt liberated. I had more space, not just physically, but mentally too. Then came the idea of traveling. What better way to further embrace minimalism than by living out of a suitcase? Traveling forced me to only carry what was essential. It was tough, but it was also freeing. I was no longer defined by my possessions, but by my experiences, my memories. I realized that life wasn't about the things I had, but about the experiences I could gain. With fewer possessions, I had more freedom, and I decided to use that freedom to travel. As I journeyed from place to place, I found myself immersed in a myriad of cultures, each with its own unique charm. I met people from all walks of life, each carrying a wealth of experiences and stories etched in their hearts. I discovered the beauty of human connection, of shared laughter and mutual understanding. I realized that these moments, these connections, were far more valuable than any object I could own. Traveling gave me more than just a passport full of stamps. It gave me a treasure trove of experiences, a collection of memories that no money could buy. Whether it was a simple conversation with a local in a bustling market or a breathtaking view from a mountaintop, each experience was a reminder of the true wealth in life, the wealth of experiences. As I delved deeper into the cultures I encountered, I began to understand the wisdom they held. I learned about the value of living in the present from the Maasai tribes in Kenya, who taught me to appreciate the beauty of the here and now. In Japan, I experienced the concept of ma, the appreciation of the spaces in between, the value of minimalist beauty, and the peace it brings. Each culture I encountered held lessons about what truly matters in life. They taught me that happiness comes not from the accumulation of material possessions, but from a sense of fulfillment, from meaningful relationships, and from experiences that enrich our souls. Traveling stripped me of my materialistic tendencies. It taught me to appreciate the simple pleasures of life, to value experiences over possessions. It made me realize that we don't need to own a lot to truly live. What we need is to embrace the world with open arms, to seek out experiences that make us feel alive, and to cherish the connections we make along the way. Traveling didn't just change my perspective, it changed my life. Living with less allowed me to experience more. Imagine life without the constant clutter, the unending cycle of buying and storing, the relentless pursuit of the next big thing. This is the minimalist lifestyle, a lifestyle that I found to be liberating and empowering. You see, minimalism isn't about owning a certain number of items or living in a stark, empty space. It's about intentionality. It's about making the conscious decision to only keep things in your life that serve a purpose or bring you joy. It's about freeing yourself from the burden of excess and focusing on what truly matters. One of the most significant benefits of embracing minimalism is increased mobility. With less stuff, moving becomes less of a hassle. You can easily pack up your life and set off for new adventures. There's a certain freedom in knowing you're not tied down by your possessions. Less stuff also means less stress. There's no constant worry about maintaining, fixing, or replacing things. Your mind becomes decluttered, allowing you to focus on the present moment and truly enjoy your experiences. And let's not forget about the financial aspect. When you're not constantly buying, you have more money to invest in experiences, in travel, and learning new skills. You start to realize that the best things in life aren't things at all. But remember, minimalism isn't about going without, it's about going with intention. It's about understanding that every item you own should serve a purpose or bring you joy. It's about recognizing that you don't need to fill your life with stuff to feel fulfilled. In the end, minimalism is about liberation. It's about breaking free from the chains of consumerism and embracing a life of intentionality and purpose. It's about experiencing more, with less. So, if you're feeling overwhelmed by the clutter in your life, consider giving minimalism a try. You might be surprised by how much you gain when you decide to let go. Minimalism isn't about deprivation, it's about liberation. And so, what about you? Have you ever considered stepping off the beaten path and embracing the minimalist lifestyle? Imagine the freedom that comes with owning only what you need, unshackling yourself from the chains of material possessions. Traveling the world, experiencing different cultures, and meeting new people can open up your eyes to a whole new perspective. It's about living with less clutter and more clarity, less distraction and more direction. It's about making room for more experiences, more freedom, more life. If you're ready to embark on this journey, here are a few tips. Start small. You don't have to sell everything you own right away. Begin with decluttering one area of your life. Maybe it's your wardrobe, or perhaps it's your digital world. Do you really need those hundreds of unread emails or those clothes you haven't worn in years? Next, be mindful about what you bring into your life. Every item should serve a purpose or bring joy. And remember, it's not about deprivation, it's about intentionality. Finally, dare to dream. Dream about the places you could visit, the people you could meet, the experiences you could have. These dreams aren't as far off as you might think. They're just waiting for you to make room for them in your life. Remember, it's not about having less. It's about making room for more experiences, more freedom, more life.